My brother keeps entering my home when we're not around and he's not welcome, and he took our shared little buddy hostage because we refuse to help his freeloading bum any longer. My brother, Chris, 27M, fake name, moved in with my BF, 28M, and me, 26F, 7 years ago. We took pity on him after he was kicked out of our childhood home for illicit substance use and was sleeping in his car. At first, Chris and my boyfriend got along great. However, after a few years of living together, Chris became more reclusive and distant from us both. Chores were not being done around the house, and I was getting sick of cleaning up after him and dealing with his negative attitude. 6 months before the end of our lease, I told Chris that he had to find another living situation. He finally moved out a few weeks before the lease ended, and I thought we had all agreed on how to split shared appliances and valuables. However, one thing we did not discuss was our shared robot mopping device. We had acquired it a few years ago from my grandmother's house. She was moving and offered it to all three of us since she wouldn't be using it. So, we brought that little robot home. This thing is nothing fancy, just a small device you fill with cleaning solution and attach disposable mop pads to. Let me be clear, in the 4 years we've had this thing, Chris has not once paid for any replacement mop pads. He has never even turned the thing on. It was always my BF or me splitting the cost of the pads and setting it up to run nightly so we'd all wake up to clean floors downstairs. Chris hasn't returned his key because he's still slowly moving his things out. It's been over a month now. He always shows up unannounced to our home to gather boxes and his belongings. Sometimes we don't even realize he's there while we're out. Last night, my BF was looking for our little robot friend because we had just gotten new pads delivered for it. After going crazy looking for it and texting Chris, we found out he had taken it, claiming, "Yeah, he is mine." This was the last straw. We had been so accommodating to this man for years. I just can't believe Chris had the audacity to take our beloved robotic cleaning friend without saying a word. I've let Chris know that we are no longer comfortable with him coming by unannounced. If he needs anything, we will look for it ourselves. I also told him he could return his key to the office, and we would pick it up there. His response? "Stop being weird. I don't want any of your trash crap. I already had all my useful grow equipment stolen anyways. Stop texting me before you make me mad." The grow stuff referred to here is indoor greenhouse and hydroponics equipment, which was verbally agreed to be evenly split, since both Chris and my BF acquired it together. VF has ordered a camera that will arrive tomorrow, and I've contacted the leasing office to make them aware of the animosity between us. I also requested the locks to be changed. I just want to know, am I going too far? This robot is not expensive, but it's more about the principle to me. I feel disrespected. We all have to see each other next week for Thanksgiving, and I know it will be awkward. Update 2 days later. I decided to reach out to my brother and ask him nicely to bring our robot friend to Thanksgiving so we can bring him back home. Here are the messages so far. Me, I've had some time to think about this and gain some different perspectives. I don't believe the robot belongs to you. I'd really appreciate it if you could bring it with you to Thanksgiving so we can bring it back home. I feel as though we've been very accommodating to you over the years you've lived with us, and taking a shared appliance without any discussion is not only disrespectful but also shows a lack of consideration for us. So we'd like our robot back, as it really is ours after years of using and maintaining it without any help from you. Chris, I've had some time to think about it, and I want the TV from Grandma's as well. So go ahead and bring it over when you get a chance, thanks. Me, the TV was also given to us specifically. I'm not sure why you think that's yours as well. Chris, everything was given to you, apparently. She asked me if I wanted the robot while I was in the kitchen, and I said yes. That's how it went, end of story. I don't give two craps about what you think is yours or not. If I let you borrow something because I'm not using it, that doesn't make it yours. Me, as I remember it, we were all there when she offered. I even tried to decline since it was still useful, but she insisted. It was given to all of us as a shared household item. If you thought it was yours, you should have had a discussion with us first before taking it while we were out. Chris, you remember wrong, and I don't need to have a discussion about my own things. Not to mention BF moving shady, taking stuff out of the tent while I was gone, thinking I wouldn't notice. Lol, how is that any different? I didn't bring it up because I'm a bigger person and don't really care anymore. I want to put this terrible part of my life behind me, and if you don't leave it be, I'm going to leave you behind as well. Me, you and BF had a discussion about splitting up the gross stuff, which he thought went amicably. You aren't being very mature, and I don't want someone in my life who can't have a simple conversation about shared items anyway. So I guess that's it, it looks like we will not be getting our little friend back. Thank you all for your support and for interacting with this post. Second update 10 days later. Hello again, I just wanted to start by saying thank you all for your judgments on my last post. I read every comment and gave each perspective some thought. Ultimately, you all helped me gain the confidence to stand up for myself and ask for our robot back. I included my text conversation with my brother Chris in the comments of my last post. To summarize, I asked as politely as I could for our mopping robot back and explained the reasons why it belonged to us. Chris refused to see reason and essentially said he would cut me out of his life if I kept bringing it up. My wonderful BF couldn't sit back and let him be disrespectful to us anymore. He had his own conversation with Chris, which, for privacy reasons, cannot be shared. BF ended up taking some of your advice and threatened to reveal specific information to our family if the robot was not returned by Thanksgiving. This was last Thursday, so Chris had 1 week to make a decision. After a quiet week, I was preparing myself to drop a bomb at family dinner. But then, I went out to start warming up my car Wednesday night and found a box on my front step. I hadn't ordered anything, and when I picked up the box, I noticed it wasn't sealed. Guys, our robot friend found his way home. I guess Chris decided that a mopping robot wasn't worth ruining his reputation with our family. He will not be bothering us anymore, and we will be going low/no contact from now on. Now, a positive from all this drama. BF and I are utilizing our new home monitoring cameras to watch our pets. Our dogs and cats' activities while home alone are so entertaining, it's brought us a lot of joy to check in on them. A family photo of the pets and robot will be posted in the comments. Have a great holiday season, everyone.